Why would I pay attention to what you have to say? Why would I care about what you have to say when I don't care about you? I only care about the opinions of people in my life that I actually love and care for and have cultivated and took the time to build that relationship with. You are a random stranger on the internet with balance. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm doing this thing now where I just don't do intros anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like my ADHD. I really don't know what it is, but I don't like intros anymore. I find myself just like scrolling waiting for the damn video to start. So hey guys, what is up? You already know what it is. Welcome back to another video. Happy Friday. I upload once a week on here, so go ahead and subscribe and turn those post notifications on so you never miss me. If you want to see more of me when I'm not here, here are my social medias, and don't forget to follow my personal development podcast called Sis Let's Heal on all available streaming platforms. Stay tuned for a very special announcement about that as well. Also, I will be announcing the giveaway winner in this video, so if you don't watch to the end, you will not know who won the giveaway of the $50 gift card. So sit back, relax, get your wine, get your snacks. I personally am gonna have a Simply Lemonade because it's all I have. It's not like my first drink of choice. I prefer the blueberry, but beggars can't be choosers. Let's get into it.
Hello, stranger. It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town, and I won't let you in.
The art of being unbothered. I've seen so many videos where people talk about being unbothered, and I just want to say nobody talks about the video of being unbothered when you are a highly sensitive individual. Hi, my name is Dakota and I'm an empath. I'm a Pisces. Not only do I take on my own emotions, but I take on everybody else's too, and it can be really exhausting sometimes. And I found that nobody has made a video talking about the people of the world who just take everything on. Like every time someone makes a video about being unbothered, they talk about Beyonce, and it's like, well, I'm not Beyonce. Clearly, Beyonce also has $1 million. Beyonce also has a husband. She has nannies. She has people that help her. So yeah, sometimes she is a little bit easier at being unbothered because like, look at her life. But when you're a highly sensitive person or you're not where you're at in life, sometimes it could be so easy to take out all of that anger and frustration that is residual because you have not gone through it out on other people. I always say on here, like I clap back in the comments. Now, I've held off. Don't get me wrong. I've spared a lot of you because I'm trying to be a new person, okay? I'm trying to be saved. I'm trying to be a Mother Teresa kumbaya shit, but sometimes that can be really hard when people are trying you. I've gotten a lot better, but sometimes I do slip up. Healing is not a straight line. Healing is linear. And while I'm trying to be better, while I'm trying to, you know, and love the people who wish harm upon me, it could be really hard sometimes. So in this video, I'm going to highlight how I've been able to do that because I got a really bad hate comment on TikTok the other day, and I know who it is. This girl's been harassing me for years. It's nothing new. I took the time to make a video response to that comment, which I'm just going to put in here right now. I've been getting this comment right here for the past probably like 6 months, and I know who it is. Like, girl, be so for real. You're really not discreet. There's ways of finding out who the account is. But I want to take this time as somebody who has, I would say, like a mediocre following on social media to just highlight that there is so much more to life and who somebody is besides weight. You could be the most beautiful, gorgeous person in the world but have the most ugly heart from the inside, like a literal rotten apple to the core. And I think this is a perfect example of that. There's so much more to life to weight. There's so much more to life than how you look. And I would rather be judged for my character and how I am rather than the size of my face or the size of my body. And the truth is that, yeah, I have gained weight over the past couple of years. I've dealt with health issues. I've dealt with mental issues. I'm getting it under control. As you can see, moon face wear, because we're giving snatched jawline. Okay, we're giving Victoria justice. Totally just kidding. But I think it's funny because there's this quote that's along the lines of like, if you don't have any haters, then you're doing something wrong. And people only attack something that they want. So me 2 years ago, I would have totally internalized this and like wet and cried in a puddle, like not eat for a week. But the me now, I'm so comfortable and confident within my body, regardless of how the scale fluctuates, because as women, that does happen. And I'd very much rather pray for this girl because I know who she is. You're not slick, baby. You're not. And pray that you find peace and salvation within God, within your life, because that ugly heart, babe, is not going to get you anywhere. You are beautiful on the outside, but inside you have so much work to do. I wish you healing. I wish you love. And I hope you get to the point where you're confident within your own life and your own career and your own looks, so that where you don't have to tear other people down, and just know that God doesn't like ugly and he's always listening. So yeah. Wanted to give you the attention you've been seeking since probably July, August, and end it there. yeah. Be kind to people. It doesn't cost much money. Can we just acknowledge the growth? Because if this was Dakota, y'all who have been watching me from the beginning on this channel know. Dakota from 3 years ago, storytime Dakota, messy era Dakota, always in her feelings Dakota, y'all know I would have went off. But I'm a better person now. I've done the work. I've done self-reflection. Everything is a self-concept. And through me healing my self-concept and becoming a better person, I now feel like I'm not as reactive anymore. If you're a highly sensitive person like me, you find it very, very hard to be unbothered because you are just so sensitive and everything bothers you. Girl, I've been there. I get it. I'm going to kind of go through the things that I've done in order to get there. So the comment that I made the response to, and then somebody comments on it and they were like, Dakota, you are so positive. It is insane. Please tell me how. Now, if you don't know me in my personal life, then you would not know this, but I've had something called a black cloud over my head, literally my whole entire life. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is, but from the time that I was a little girl, I just never remember a time where I was truly happy. Now, of course, I've had trauma in my life, as all of us have, but usually you can look back at your life and you can say, during this time I was so happy, or during that time I was so happy. And I have like little short chunks of life where I look back, like when I first had my daughter or when I first fell in love, that I could look back at and be like, oh my God, I was so happy. But I remember that happiness being very short term and not long lasting at all. I look back and I just remember like always having a black cloud over my head, always being angry, always being mad. Like someone would say good morning, I'd be like, what's good about it? Like I just don't understand, you know? And it wasn't that I wanted to be a miserable person. It's not that I wanted to be bothered. It was just that I was not happy in my own life. I had a boatload of trauma that I had yet to unpack. I was in and out of toxic relationships time and time again. I didn't love myself. I didn't take care of myself. I wasn't feeding myself properly, wasn't exercising, releasing those endorphins, wasn't doing any of the things that I'm doing right now in order to make sure that I am the best version of myself. Because girl, I'm about to turn 30 in 3 months, and where? You can't even see it because I'm glowing, okay? Because I've done so much work on my life over this past year to become happy like I am right now and to become positive. I'm giving you this background of who I was as a person because I'm here to say that I used to be bothered, okay? And I used to do things like take my anger out on people who didn't deserve it, you know, talk to people sideways, start drama where there wasn't one. And it was because I was really just addicted to chaos, okay? Oprah Winfrey talks about this all the time, and you can see the interview between her and Lindsay Lohan, how she kind of dissects that interview with Lindsay Lohan and her younger life. Are you fucking kidding me? Shut up. I hate it. I can't stand it. You know what? You're getting turned off. You're getting turned off. If it interrupts my show, it gotta go. It gotta go. Oh, where are we? Oh, yeah. So she talks to Lindsay Lohan. She basically says to her, I think the reason why you have this persona about you where people think that you're so inclined to drama and all of this stuff when in all actuality you want peace so bad is because you're addicted to chaos. And you have to think about it. When you grow up in a chaotic environment, you spend ages 0 to 18, whenever it was that you got out of that chaotic environment, all those years stuck in chaos. It's like a big just loop of chaos, turmoil, bad things happening to you. You get spit out into the real world and you're just expected to leave all that behind and to have all these new beliefs about yourself and be positive and be happy. It doesn't work that easily. It's like only knowing English your whole entire life and all of a sudden you're expected to know Spanish. It doesn't work like that. You have to take You have to take the proper time and energy in order to learn Spanish and really cultivate that language, get to know it, and then you become a master at it. It's a skill, and so is being unbothered. I was not always a positive person. The thing is that people who are chaotic is that they really do want peace down below. Like honestly, down below, girl, what? What are you guys talking about? They want peace from the bottom of their heart. Trust and believe that they do. But a lot of times if we don't have something and we don't know how to cultivate it, we envy those who have it in their life, okay? So how I went from being this way to now being the person I am now, where I'm happy, I'm positive. Not all the time, girl. I still have my days, trust and believe. Like you should have seen me yesterday. It was bad. I also have just more good days than bad now. And also I'm able to, because I have more good days now, when I get a hate comment or somebody says something to me out of pocket, I'm just very quick to be like, I feel sorry for you and I'm gonna pray for you because wow, that's a tough life to have. To be that bothered, to fix your fingers on a Sunday afternoon, to type something crazy and hit send and look back and be like, I ate, but you didn't eat, the plate is still full.
You thought you ate, you left crumbs, the plate is still full.
And there's crumbs everywhere, You didn't eat, so you did not eat, the plate is still full. full, girl. So anyways, aside from me starting to work on myself, concept work, because that's really all it is, right? I used to be somebody that was deeply insecure, and I cared about what everybody thought about me. I used to not wear a winter coat to school because I thought that people were going to make fun of me. Is anybody else like that? Please tell me if somebody else is like that, where they would not wear a puffer coat to school because you were afraid that people were going to make fun of you, okay? I also got bullied heavily in school, y'all. Like, I got bullied all the time. So insecure, and I hated myself, and I hated my life, and I created this negative self-concept where I said, in order for me to feel happy, I have to have validation through my peers, through my community, and through my parents, and through my siblings, because self-validation is not good enough. I need it from other people. That's a very dangerous, slippery slope, because you can find yourself getting into toxic relationships time and time again, or just letting in, not attracting. You're not what you attract, you are what you let in. What you let in is a direct correlation to how you feel about yourself, okay? I was just letting in toxic people left and right, people that would walk all over me. I had such a horrible negative self-concept. If you're wondering what a self-concept is, I will put the definition somewhere over here, but essentially it's the way that you feel about yourself and the core beliefs that you have in your subconscious mind that you say to yourself every day. I always talk on here and on my podcast about the story that we tell ourselves, right? Because our life really is a manifestation of the stories we tell ourselves day in and day out. If you constantly tell yourself that the world is against you, you're going to let in people who equate to that they are against you. If you tell yourself that you're deserving of good things, you're gonna let in good things, right? Everything is a self-concept. Everything is a self-concept. So in order for me to go from unhinged to unbothered, I really had to dive into my self-concept and who Dakota was to the core. So instead of me caring about what other people thought, I started doing things to put myself into a position where I would have no choice but to not care about what people thought of me. If you're wondering what I did to do that, I went to college. I went to college and I took a speech class, okay? And in this speech class, you had to get in front of people weekly and make a speech. You had to do debates. You had to do all these crazy things. And like I told y'all in the past, I used to be and there's nothing wrong with being introverted, but I was like toxically introverted, where I would just want to take a book, go under a tree and read somewhere. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to make any friends. And I just wasn't happy being that way, okay? I knew that I've always had this light to me that I wanted to be showed to the world, but because of societal and child conditioning in my childhood, I thought that light made me weird instead of special, right? What I had to do is I had to put myself in positions to not care about what people thought of me. So in class, whenever they would say, okay guys, today we're gonna go speeches, who wants to go first? My hand would go up first. It would literally go up first and I'd be like, me, I wanna go. And trust me, walking up to where I had to make the speech, I was cringing. When I tell you clenching my butt cheeks together, I'm literally not lying. That was me walking up to that podium in order to give my speech, but I had to do it. There's this quote that says, do it broke, do it scared, do it terrified. It doesn't matter just as long as you do it. And that's what you have to do in order to become unbothered. You have to stop caring about what people think about you. I literally had a client call a couple weeks ago with somebody who wants to be a fitness influencer. I looked at her page and she's like really just has so much potential. She has a great body. When she talks, people want to listen. When she shares her recipe, she makes it in like a digestible way that's not oversaturated. She has something special that sets her out from apart from the rest of these fitness influencers that I see on my page every single day, promoting toxic things and just caring about the money, right? And she said to me, I know that I have what it takes, but I'm just so scared of what people are going to think. I'm scared of what my family's going to think. They're very traditional. I'm scared of what people from my high school are going to think because, you know, like what if they think, oh, she's all that, how dare she? And I said, okay, let me stop you right there. I said, the next time that you go to ask yourself, oh my God, if I do this, what are people gonna think? I want you to really sit down and look in the mirror and say to yourself, what do these people do for me that I care so much about what they think? And your response is gonna tell you everything that you need to know, because your response is going to be, I'm afraid of judgment. I'm afraid of being perceived. And that all goes into self-concept. Everything is a self-concept in life. So you're not actually scared of what these people are going to say about you. You're scared of being perceived because you, to your core, are scared of being vulnerable, because growing up, vulnerability was looked at as not being safe. And our bodies don't know what time or day it is. So the minute that we get triggered with that fear of being perceived and vulnerable, our bodies go back to when we were kids, where that was a very scary time and a very sore subject that nobody nobody liked to touch or unpack. And it says, no, close up like bad business, close up. You cannot put yourself out there. You cannot share your heart. Because remember when you were 9 and your dad came in and you tried to tell him about a problem at school and he told you to shut up and go do your homework? Nope, you can't do it. Being vulnerable is not a safe place for you. And then you shut down and you don't do anything. And then years go by and you see all these people doing what you want to do, and you build up this resentment, you build up this bitterness, and you become bothered because everybody's doing what you want to do. And you could do it if you just alleviated self-concept. So the first thing to do in order to get out of that, in my opinion, is do things that like literally give you no choice but to have to not care about what people think. You don't have to go to college and take a speech class like I did. I honestly did that unsubconsciously, and it ended up working out. That's the theme of my life. Whatever. I'm not arguing with it. It is what it is, Dakota. But do something. Say that, I don't know, you want to make a podcast. Do a live on your week. Girl, get it together. Do a live on your Instagram once a week talking about a topic that just sets your soul on fire. Even if you have 2 viewers, it's exposure therapy. Because if you can't handle that, you're not going to handle being able to be on a podcast where thousands or hundreds of thousands of people are downloading your episodes and perceiving you each week. You have to do exposure therapy. You have to do things that put you in a position that give you no choice but to not care what people think about you. Or hey, posting on social media. Say that posting on social media is something that is very hard for you and you want to do something that is out there. Say it's public speaking or something like that. Try talking on your stories every single day. When I tell you guys, I talk on my stories 24/7 and I act as if it's like a virtual FaceTime call and we're just all friends. I'm literally not kidding. You just have to do it. You have to do it and you have to get used to it, because the minute that you conquer that fear, you are going to be unstoppable. So along with not caring about what people thought, I had to work on my self-concept. So I had to tell myself that I was a secure person, that I am insecure within who I am. That didn't come from going to the gym. It didn't come from eating healthy. It didn't come from me hiring a life coach. It came from me talking to myself better. I used to call myself stupid all the time. I used to say that I was a piece of shit all the time. I used to say, oh my God, Dakota, you are literally the worst, all the time. Until one day my therapist caught me mid-sentence and she was like, please stop calling yourself stupid. You are actually a very intelligent girl. You're one of the most self-aware people I've ever met in my life. Why do you call yourself that? And I realized that I used self-deprecation as a coping mechanism because I was so bullied in high school, right? People would make fun of me all the time. How lucky am I? My daughter just brought me a coffee. It's way too sugary. Don't tell her, but like, that was so sweet. Oh my God. Like I said, my self-concept was really just trash. And so the first thing I had to do was I had to talk to myself nicer, right? And I realized that I use self-deprecation as this like coping mechanism, because when you get bullied growing up, or you're just always made fun of, or someone just is always telling you that you're ugly, or you're not pretty enough, or you're not good enough, or you suck, and why are you even here? Why are you even trying? You begin to say, I'm going to make fun of myself because then somebody else won't make fun of me. Or if I do it first, somebody else can do it. If I hurt my own feelings, somebody else can do it. And that's why they say comedians are some of the most sad, depressed people in the world. Everybody who is like the funniest person you ever met has so much trauma. Like personally, for me, when I ask people to describe me in 3 words, the first one is always funny. Like, you're fucking hilarious. And while I do think that like I am pretty funny, it definitely came from trauma. Like, it definitely came from like this negative self-concept I had about myself. So now I'm able to make fun of myself. But there's a fine line between, okay, where does this become toxic? Where does this become to the point where it's self-deprecation, which is operating from a state of not feeling good about yourself, right? So I had to watch the way I was talking to myself. And one way to do that is, I don't always like affirmations. They can be a little corny sometimes, but telling yourself good things about yourself. Like, for example, I'm filming this video today. Sometimes it takes a lot of mental energy for me to film videos, because if I'm not doing videos, I'm doing one-on-one client calls, which, by the way, by the time this video goes up, my schedule should be up. I finally got a booking website that I loved and doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one coaching call with me, all you have to do is just click down below and we can get you started on your journey. But neither here or there, I'm either on a one-on-one call, I'm a mother, a full-time single mother at that, which is like 3 jobs in one, or I'm doing emails or admin, or I'm negotiating rates with brands. I told myself today, you're doing such a good job. Look at you, like you're filming a video, you're gonna edit it, you're gonna export it, it's gonna get uploaded before the end of the day, you're not gonna procrastinate. You have new Wi-Fi now, so now your videos take 30 minutes as opposed to 16 to upload. Like, Dakota, you're doing so good. Like, look how far you've come. Look how far you've come. This was you last year. Your mental health was a mess. You didn't feel good about yourself, and look at you now. You woke up today, you showered, you brushed your teeth, you did your makeup, you're filming a video. Like, you're doing so good. We often don't celebrate the small wins in life because we think that you have to have a big win or a big occasion to celebrate. Just getting out of bed in the morning is something to worth celebrate, because the way this world is and how ghetto life is right now, getting out of bed is sometimes just enough. It really just is. So yeah, like celebrating my small wins, talking to myself better, and what it did was it helped me to become more confident. Like, I just stopped having this fear of being perceived. I stopped caring about what other people were going to think about me. I stopped caring about what people were going to say about me. And when I finally started my YouTube channel, it was like more exposure therapy. When I finally started my TikTok, it was more exposure therapy. When I finally started my podcast, like, are you kidding me? In order to come on here and spill out your thoughts with millions of people perceiving you, you have to not give a fuck about what anybody thinks about you. And like, honestly, the thing is too, that I had to realize is that nobody cares that much. We think people care so much. I often get so many questions because I'm in like my fitness journey right now. And so many people ask me, Dakota, how do you go to the gym and like you're not self-conscious about what people are thinking about you? I'm going to the gym because I have a membership that I pay $11 a month for, just like everybody else here. Why would I walk in and feel weird about using gym equipment that I pay for? Like, isn't that the point? Like, we're all here to do the same thing, and nobody's looking at me, nobody's judging me, nobody's saying anything. It's all a self-concept, because my high school used to have a weight room and I would never go. Reason why I would never go was because I was afraid of how people were going to perceive me. I didn't like the way I looked in shorts. I had a negative self-body concept. I didn't know if I was gonna do the moves right, and I always just had this fear of being seen. And then finally, when I got out of that by, I said, just like talking to myself better, building up my self-concept by just becoming more confident and just doing it, okay? I stopped caring. I go to the gym now and I literally will say excuse me to people. Like, if they're on like a machine, I'll be like, hey, like, are you almost done with that? Or like, I'll be like, oh, hey, like, do you mind if I like go next to you? Like, you have to do it, you guys. You have to force yourself. This is coming from a girl who before age 20, I had to have people order for me in a restaurant because I was so crippling nervous and scared. Now, I'd be saying if my friends have the wrong order and I'm like, you got their order wrong, can you like get it for them? Like, I just became that person because I did it. You have to just do it. Even if you are shaking in your boots and your cheeks are clenching together, you just have to do it. And the thing is too, is that I realized, and this is something that really helps me become unbothered, is that what people say about you is actually how they feel about themselves. And I know that that is so cliche and everybody in the world says it, but it is so true. How somebody feels about you and the things they say about you are directly correlated to how they feel about themselves. Have you ever noticed the people who say they hate lying the most actually are the biggest liars? Or have you ever noticed the people who say, I love communication and I hate when people don't know how to communicate? They don't know how to communicate, or they're super passive aggressive and they're clanking around dishes to get you to realize that they're mad at you for not doing them. Like, everything that we say about somebody else is how we feel about themselves, is how we feel about ourselves. And why do I know that? Because I used to be that person. When people used to have like gossip trains, like about other people, and they would just talk about other people, like I would be quick to like chime in and say something when I was like a lot younger. And then I realized one day, like, Dakota, like, you're talking about yourself. Like, babe, you're talking about yourself. Like, stop. Like, it's not cute. Stop doing that. And I said that the other day, like, we used to always do this thing growing up where I'd be like, I would say this to her face, so it's not me talking shit. And then I go, da 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 da, and then start talking about this person. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. You would not say anything to that person's face. You're just saying that because you want to be caught talking shit. Like, just stop. Or if someone says, I don't mean to talk about them bad, or it's not me talking shit, I'm just venting. No, you're talking shit. You're being dramatic. You're being a gossip gal. Just stop. Just stop. It's not cute. Stop doing it. Stop doing it, because you're telling on yourself. Because what you think about me is what you think about yourself.
And that's why you're not paying attention to your mental health. Like, I don't know.
I know, literally, that's literally how it is. Oh, who was like the definition of unbothered? Y'all want to talk about Beyonce? Jhené Aiko. Jhené Aiko is the definition of unbothered. That girl does not respond to no hate comments. That girl does not. Whenever like she's in something or someone's speculating about her, she turns her comments off. Like when she got pregnant with her baby Noah, she turned her comments off. Literally turned them off. When her and Big Sean got into a breakup, she literally turned those comments off. You want to know what she did? She took her pants pain. She turned it into power. She made an album and now she's sitting on millions. She didn't sit there with Twitter fingers all day talking back to people who were talking crap about her. Instead, now she's sitting on millions and reading your comments from her mansion, laughing hysterically at you. That is literally what you have to do. Because somebody said one time, like, when you're a high value woman, you can't give attention to low quality people. When you're a high value woman, you can't respond in low quality. So if somebody like comments like something on your page and they say something about you and then you respond back and you're like, well, that's why your dad went to the store and didn't come back, like whatever, that is making you energetically here at their level, and that is not who you are. You want to be up here, right? Not to say you're better, but to say that you're just higher, like you're higher in your elevation period. And by you stooping down to comment that back, and listen, y'all, I do it all the time, okay? Like literally someone the other day, I've been really good lately and I haven't been responding to comments, but someone the other day was like, said something like mad rude to me, and I wrote back and I was just like, imagine someone's mother not loving them. Can't relate. Can't relate, like can't relate. And that's not funny. It's bad. But I have my days, and sometimes people just catch me on the wrong day. Okay, like today I'm happy, I'm thriving, I'm cool. Somebody could comment and say that I'm like the world's biggest piece of shit, and I'd be like, God bless you, babe, like cool. But on days where I'm like just irritable and I'm annoyed, and I'm annoyed if someone says a comment like that, I'm like, I got time today. And I used to be like that when I first started my channel. Like I would go back and forth with people, and it would be like entertainment to them. And it's like, I look back and I'm like, why did I give that person who doesn't do anything for me, doesn't feed me, doesn't finance me, doesn't make my credit score go anywhere? Their credit score is probably below 500, so don't even talk to me, okay? When's the last time you went to the dentist? Probably never. And why am I stooping down to their level in order to what? What's the prize? What's the prize? Like, what do you get when you could just delete or you could just ignore? There was this one time somebody commented on Janae Aiko's Instagram picture or something, and they said something to her, and she was like, I don't remember what it was, but it was like, actually, no, babe. How you feel about other people is actually a direct reflection to how you feel about yourself. So God bless and get well soon. And I was like,
oh, now that's how you clear a bitch.
why would I pay attention to what you have to say? Why would I care about what you have to say when I don't care about you? I only care about the opinions of people in my life that I actually love and care for and have cultivated and took the time to build that relationship with. You are a random stranger on the internet with no picture, no followers, nothing going for them, and you're taking time out of your day. You clearly have so much time and so much free time on your schedule to fix your fingers to write a long paragraph about how much I'm not shit, send it, read it, and really think that you ate when the plate is still full and there's crumbs everywhere. I care. Like, why do I care what you think about me? I don't. If you really, like, hypothetically, like, right? If I cared about what people thought about me, why would I put myself on the internet? Why would I talk about all these relationships I've been through? Why would I talk about all my experiences? Why would I put myself in a vulnerable place on the internet if you think for 1 second that I care about what you say to me? And one of the best parts too is a lot of times when people say something about you, it's always about looks. Like, for example, like this one person's been commenting on some of my videos like, oh, she has a moon face, she's gained so much weight, da 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 da. Okay, I could lose that. What about that ugly ass heart that you have, or that ugly ass personality? And that's the thing too, is some people can be so beautiful and so magnificent on the outside, but the inside, they're like a literal rotten apple that has been sitting on your countertop for 5 years, or a McDonald's cheeseburger that has been sitting on the counter for 5 years, moldy, just ugly, like on the inside, right? But on the exterior, it looks so beautiful. And that's a sad life to live, because at the end of my life, I'd rather be known for my character, my morality, who I was as a person, how I treated people, how I am as a person, the beautiful energy I exude. When someone says your energy is beautiful, that is so much more of an amazing compliment to me than, oh my God, you look so good. Because I could lose weight, I could do that, and I have been, like, right, cool. But I have a really good heart. And I'm a good person down to my core. Can't say the same about you. And also, like, Omarion made this really good video. I'll put it on here real quick.
You get betrayed in public and still give people grace. I say this to Charlemagne all the time. I get it. And I understand therapy because I'm in it. But I also understand sometimes when they go low, we got to go to hell. Because some people take advantage of good people. Yeah. And you might be dancing on Omarion, singing on Omarion. You a nigga from Inglewood.
So you know what that means, right? So
that
you know
that you have self-discipline, self-control, that you are, there's a certain level of unbothered. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna let you tell me. But what is that where you did not come unhinged?
It's because of one fact, and that is that we all reap what we sow. You know what I mean? And whatever energy and whatever intent that we create, you know, especially if it's a negative one, you're going to get it back tenfold. So, you know, to all of the situations and circumstances that weren't particularly in my favor, I took them as a lesson and also a blessing. You know what I mean? So for me, you know, I just knew that whatever was going to be the outcome or the ending result of, you know, people wanting to do me harm was going to be far more worse than what I could have, you know, start to calculate in my mind to prepare what I would do to these people. I knew that whatever I would do would be temporary. You know what I mean? It would be a quick fix for me, you know, but, you know, pain hit different when you got to sit in it. You know what I'm saying? And
I felt that one.
No, for real. No, for real. And guess what? There's only one power, you know, that can deliver that kind of blow, you know, and that's the universe and whatever you put out there, you know. So a lot of me being unbothered have to do with knowing like, oh, okay, I don't even gotta, you know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how I feel. What you put out into this world is what you get back, and people will reap what they sow. And sometimes somebody's karma is just the lifestyle that they are living, and you don't have to do anything. When you are aligned with your purpose and you are doing good and you are on a good path and someone does you wrong, the universe and God is going to handle that. You just have to sit back and literally just like move on with your life, not even wait for it. Just sit back and move on with your life and watch how it works. And he was saying something about how like pain hurts worse when you got to sit in it. And the worst type of pain that will be delivered to you is from God and the universe, like not from something that I could do or that I could conjure up. All I could do is really pray for you, because it's a sad life to live. You have to think about the lives of these people. And that's why I gave you guys that earlier on story where I was basically saying like, I used to be a miserable person. I used to have a black cloud, and because of that, I would lash out or I would talk about people. You can't understand something unless you've been in it. So because I understand what it's like to be miserable and to be bitter and to just hate my life, I feel bad for these people. I genuinely feel bad. And I know that like a lot of people are like, you know, Dakota's better than me because if it was me, I would have went off or I would have X, Y, and Z. It's like, yeah, but what is that going to do for me? What am I going to gain out of that? What I'm going to gain out of your comment is I'm going to read it, use it as motivation, turn my pain into power, and then build a life that I love and be happy. But you're still going to be there and you're still going to be miserable and on your little Twitter fingers rant and tirade, doing no self-work, doing nothing to uplift yourself, nothing to improve yourself, and instead just taking out your insecurities on other people because your career is not where you want it, your credit score is low, you're negative in your bank account, you don't have any like long-lasting relationships, you don't have a firm foundation, you're building your foundation off of the pain of other people. Sad life to live. It's tough. That's tough. I can't relate. I really can't relate. I personally am going to take my time to feel bad for that person and feel sorry for them, because that's a sad life to live. And I can't say that I live that, right? And that really comes with this art of being unbothered, is like, you have to realize, look at the quality of the person it's coming from. Look at the life they're living. Are you okay? Like, are you, girl? And you know what you could have done? You could have taken that time to go on a walk, go to the gym, make yourself a nice meal, watch a show with a good cup of hot cocoa, find a therapist, get a job, get a hobby, clean out your closet, change the oil in your car, change your tires, change that mirror that's been falling off your car for the last 5 years, call a friend. Like, you could have done something so much more productive during that time. But instead you're choosing your time to hate on me. I don't know about you, but I barely have time to sit and breathe, so I don't have time to be watching a full video of somebody that I don't like, commenting, sending it, and then keep on going back and forth. Like, I don't have that kind of time. No, I have a life. You have to look at the quality of the person that it's coming from. And 9 times out of 10, the quality of the person who's taking the time to try to ruin your day is not a good quality person. So again, what is the prize? Like, what is there to be mad about? There's nothing, literally nothing. If you really want to offend me, call me stupid, question my intelligence, like, do something of that nature. You commenting on my looks are superficial. Looks are on the outside. Looks are temporary, right? But who you are on the inside is a correlation to how you feel about yourself. And I'd rather be told that I have a beautiful heart than a beautiful face any day of the week. So like, you're not offending me there. Also, I grew up with 3 brothers. You're gonna have to do a lot better than telling me I have a moon face to offend me. I think that's also what really helped fix my self-concept too, is when I woke up and I realized that a lot of us are focused on the wrong things. A lot of us are focused on the exterior. You can have a beautiful car on the outside. You can have like a 2023 Mercedes, beautiful exterior, fresh paint job, nice rims that sparkle in the sunlight, okay? But on the inside of your car, you got Chick-fil-A bag over here, you got McDonald's back here, you've got crusty thighs on the ground that are probably growing a whole new habitat by now because you had to clean your car, sand over here, stuff in the cup holders, you got like the past 3 gym outfits in your back seat, dirty sneakers on the floor. The inside of that car is a mess. It is a mess. And sure, on the outside it looks beautiful and it looks great and you think that it's a nice car, but when you come into the inside, there's a lot going on in there, okay? And that's what a lot of these people who say these horrible things to you and want to put you down say to you. Because here's the thing. Well, wait, let me get back to that. On the outside, they look great, but on the inside, it's ugly. Like, it's like horrible energy, okay? People only hate on somebody when that person in subject has something that they want. I would never sit here and hate on somebody who has less than me. I would never sit here and like be envious of that. But if they were higher up than me or had something that I want, when you have something that isn't so easily accessible to other people, or you have something that you worked hard for and that you are thriving in, that is a threat towards other people. So when people hate on you, or they leave you these comments, or they say these things to you trying to build your character down, it's because you have something that they want. You have a light within you that they personally cannot have. Because here's the thing about looks. You could pay thousands of dollars to go get plastic surgery, a new nose, a new face, a new lips, whatever. You cannot buy a personality. You cannot buy humor. You cannot buy charisma. You cannot buy how when that girl walks into the room, heads turn, people sit up straight. You can't buy that. And there's girls out here who have that. Like, you either have it or you don't. You either got the sauce or you don't. And when you have the sauce, people are going to be envious of it. Just say that. Like, just say that. Like, it's so funny. And like, when I fixed my self-concept, I realized I was focusing on my weight and my looks for so long, and I said, who gives a shit about this? I, at my funeral, would hope that people would say, oh my God, she was so funny. Every time she walked into a room, she had people dying. Oh my God, she was just so like, just empathetic. I knew that that was the girl that I would go to when I had an issue and I wanted to talk to somebody. Her soul spoke for her. Her soul exuded goodness. She was a good person. Rather than being like, oh, I love how she wore Fenty gloss every time I saw her. No one's gonna say that. So stop focusing on the wrong thing. People are so focused on looks that they forget that looks are just temporary and they're substantial. Like, we're all gonna get old one day. We're all gonna be saggy. Like, filler can only last for so long. Like, we are all gonna get to a point where looks are obsolete. So realize that, recognize that. There's an internal world in you that matters, that you need to address and you need to fix. So if this was me like 2 years ago, right? And that's why I know that this career that I have, I wasn't ready for it when I was younger as much as I thought I was ready for it. Because if I had read the hate comment that I put in this video 2 years ago, I would have internalized that. I would have like sat in my room for a week, cried, not ate, compared myself to these models that have these perfect, you know, stick thin bodies, and I would have internalized that. But because I had the self-concept I do now, where I know regardless of how the scale fluctuates, because we are women, we have hormones, we have stress, we have kids, we have work, it's life, and weight fluctuates, okay? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Also, you're not going to be the same size that you were in high school. You're not going to be a size 0. Like, your hips grow, they expand, we get, you know, things like that start to grow. It's just, you're not going to be the same size, and that's okay. No matter how the scale fluctuates, I'm still confident. I'm still secure within myself. I'm still happy. I don't hold myself back in life because of my weight, because I know that weight is temporary, and if I want to lose it, I can. If I want to gain it, I can. But who I am to the core, when you strip all that away, is the same Dakota that y'all have gotten since day one. And I'm confident within myself. I like myself. I actually love myself. So much to the point where I don't put myself in positions where I'm around low quality people, low quality experiences, because I know I'm worth of high quality people and high quality experiences. So I now don't stoop down to the level of low quality responses from low quality people. Like, why would I do that? It just doesn't really make sense. Again, as somebody who is a highly sensitive person that used to take, you know, criticism and what people would say to my core and make it my personality and be up till 3 a.m. wondering why they said that about me, it took a long time for me to get here, but it all started with self-confidence. self-concept. And because I've fixed my self-concept, I fixed the way I speak to myself, I fixed the way I like this. You know what? This is what a good analogy I like to make. When you're on TikTok, those of you who have TikTok, okay, stay with me, and you are watching specific types of videos. So for example, you know, the Hey Susie threads where it's the girl that's like, I don't, call me crazy if you want, but I don't like store-bought pesto. And then somebody will stitch her and be like, Susie, that's crazy, but here's a really crazy story. And then they will tell her story. I would watch every single Susie stitch to the point where every day now when I scroll through TikTok, the first video that comes up is a Susie stitch. Or I will like scroll and every other video is a Susie story. So I'm just like, oh my God, this is crazy, right? But it's because I'm watching so much of that content that that's what's being shown to me. The same thing goes with self-concept. If you always tell yourself that you hate yourself, that you're fat, that you're ugly, that's going to be how you feel about yourself, because your brain doesn't know if you're joking or not, which is why how you talk to yourself is so important. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about the plant theory, where it's like this guy had these two plants and he said, you know, really positive affirmations to the right one every day and it grew and it flourished. And then he said really horrible things to the left one every single day and it actually ended up dying, even though they were getting the same amount of sunlight, food, water, etc. The same thing goes with ourselves. We're no different than plants. We're made up of so much water and our brains believe us when we tell ourselves these things. So even if you don't believe it, you really just gotta like fake it till you do and tell yourself like, no, like I'm beautiful. Like I am that bitch. When I walk into a room, people sit up straight. Everyone wants to be friends with me. Everybody wants to have casual conversation with me because I'm so interesting. I have something to offer to this world. I'm great. I'm beautiful. I'm amazing. And if I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. Like I have a purpose, right? You just gotta do it till you believe it. And one day, listen, if you thus far have gotten yourself to the point where you believe that you are who you are in negative terms, best believe you can change that narrative and get to a point where you believe you are who you are in positive terms. Like trust and believe that can happen to you. Just try it for the next 30 days. I'm telling you, it really does change lives. And the thing is that like, I don't have days all the time where I'm positive. I don't have days where I wake up and I feel good about myself. Like I'm about to get my period and trust and believe the next 2 days I'm gonna be crazy. But it's all about coming back to that center where you just you know who you are. You know who you are, and nobody can shift that. Nobody can change who I am unless I allow them to. Nobody can make me feel something unless I allow them to make me feel something, right? Nobody can walk into my house unless I open the front door and I let them come in. The same thing is self-concept. I don't feel bad about myself unless I believe bad comments that people say about me. I don't believe positively things about myself unless I tell myself positive things and believe them. It's literally all self-concept. Take a shot for every time I say self-concept, but it is so true, you guys. And that is how you get to this level of being unbothered. You just don't care, because it's like you care so much and I care not at all. Like you see me so much, but I don't even see you. Who are you? Who are you? I don't even know, because I don't care. So I do want to announce my giveaway winner. Thank you so much to everybody who entered. Don't worry, there's going to be more with the holidays coming. This is just a thank you for 20,000 followers on YouTube. I was supposed to do this like a long time ago, but whatever, better late than ever. But our giveaway winner is Jenica Doyle. She said, "You are truly an inspiration, an absolute light, an earth angel. I originally found you doing makeup and story times. I thought I'd find myself so much later, still loving and enjoying you so much. I always look forward to your videos and Instagram stories and everything in between. You are an angel. We're so lucky to be here on this earth with you. Keep thriving, watching you grow. And growing with you is so special. I never thought I'd find myself enjoying the world with someone I don't know. All love to you, sis. You're amazing." Jenica, thank you so much for the sweet comment. You are the giveaway winner. Just go ahead and DM me on Instagram. You can pick out what gift card you want and I'll go ahead and send it to you with also some special surprises. Thank you for everybody who entered. Your comments on the mental health video really spoke to me and made me so happy and just remind me of my purpose and why I'm here. So thank you guys so much. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, to subscribe because it's free, and to put your notifications on. That way you're notified every single time I upload a video on here, because a lot of you will always message me and be like, "Girl, it's been a week, where's your video?" And I'm like, "Girl, I just posted. What are you talking about?" So make sure that your post notifications are turned on, that way YouTube does not play you. Always find me on my social medias down here, but also linked in the description box for your convenience, so you can get some more of me in your life. I am always active on Instagram, literally every single day. It's like a mini story time on there. Don't forget to also follow me on my personal development podcast I have a really exciting announcement coming soon with this podcast. I'm just so happy about it, but I can't talk about it yet. And yeah, I guess the ending message that I really want to give this video is that when you are secure within who you are, the opinions of others don't affect you. They don't even penetrate, you don't even see them. When you are operating in your truest, highest form and you're in alignment with your soul's purpose and you are happy, the opinions of others are obsolete. They literally don't even matter. You are a high value woman, you don't give energy to low quality people. You don't give energy to low quality experiences. You don't have time to. You don't even have time to. And that's the best part about this journey is you go from being a person who's unhinged, reactive, wanting to talk shit to everybody to a person who's unbothered. And now when you're improving your life, you get to look at, you know, these people who have said horrible things about you. And it's like, thank you, because you helped me build myself up to where I am now. So it's almost like they're a part of your testimony going from pain to power. It really is a beautiful thing if you look at it that way. But yeah, guys, love you so much. Stay safe, wear condoms. Don't let anybody just arrest you, crush the sun, get you in your feelings. And until next time, I will see you in my video next week. Bye, guys. Vlog coming soon, I promise. Oh, and by the way, you guys, I just really quickly wanted to share this. It's just a really quick, like, small business promo. This is a company called Honeybee Mine, and they sent me a few clothing items for me to show you guys quite some time ago, but it's okay, better late than never. But they are a complete faith-based company. They make really cute sweatshirts and shirts and also like tumblers with cute logos on them. So this one says, "A flower does not think of competing with the flower next to it, it just blooms." And I thought that that message was very, very extremely fitting for this video. The quality of this crew neck is literally so amazing. It's thick, it's warm, it's very good quality, and they're only like $19 to $20. Like, it's super affordable but also not compromising on quality. This one says, "You are unique and beautiful, you are you." And again, just like amazing quality shirts, and these logos on here, like this has been through the washer like a million times because I've had these for 2 years now, as well as this crew neck as well, and they're still like literally so amazing. So yeah, what I love about this company is that it is a mother, and this is how she supports her children, by making these and selling them. And she is just so into her passion, and she works so hard. I am like personally like friends with her on Instagram. I just see like how late she stays up making these clothing items and how passionate she is. And they've actually rebranded into more of like a faith-based company, so she has a lot of like shirts about, you know, like God and being in faith and things like that. And I know a lot of my viewers are believers, so yeah, I just wanted to really quickly just shout out Honeybee Mine Clothing. If you guys are interested in just looking at anything on her website, I'll go ahead and leave a link down below. It's not sponsored at all, she just sent it to me, and I wanted to just give it a quick shout out because I just love helping small businesses, because small businesses make the world go round. Okay.
Baby, I wonder, would you just put your sweats on me? Yeah. I got the plug.